Glenfiddich again, staying in the same family. This is going to be their Indian Pale Ale. It was something new. They kind of experimented by looking at their website and that. Their Brian Kingsman is the malt master, and he decided to try something different. So this is kind of using an Indian ale cask and letting it sit for 2 years, and it came up, I think, pretty damn good. So price point, about the same. We picked it up for around 50, so I figured keep the same price point, pretty close.
Yep, this is number 1 in the Glenfiddich experimental series. I think they're out to their number 3 now. We've had number 2, which was Project XX, which was outstanding, by the way. I almost think if the guy at the store, if they still have more of that at the $49 price point, it would be a good idea to maybe go get some. Mm-hmm. This is another one that's just probably a good one just to have on your shelf. You could probably enjoy it with somebody who's somewhat of a newbie to Scotch, or maybe a newbie to Scotch. It's not overly threatening whiskey, so they should enjoy it.
Not really strong aroma.
No. You can smell the citrus in there. At least for me, I can smell a little bit of citrus.
Is this a non-chill filtered? Trying to remember.
Can't remember. Yeah, so. Experiment it over with ice. Twist blood orange. So, yes, citrus.
Citrus notes.
Yep.
Followed by
Got beer, cask, or dusty citrus notes into fresh hops.
This is 43%, so 86 proof.
And the other one was 40, so it's a little bit stronger, but should be really noticeable. Hangs glass also.
That's good.
Seems to linger a little bit, but not bad. It's got a good, the zesty, they call it, is on the tail end, and it's lingers for a bit, but then it's done.
Well, it definitely finishes like an IPA. It's got that zest. You can taste a little bit of hops on the finish, like you said. If you like IPAs, I think you can't go wrong.
Yeah. If you're an IPA beer guy and you want to dip your toe into Scotch, this would be a good one. The problem is it might be getting hard to find because I think they only made 1 run of it. I don't know if they're going to be continuing to produce it.
We've seen a lot of the collector series that way. They said they do it for 1 year and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's just a easy drinking. Doesn't do anything wrong. So.
Yeah, that's good.
It's real good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much it reacts with, the different ones that we run out there, man. So I think rating this one neat. I'm probably looking at 3 1/4 stars. I almost want to give it 4, but it's for the price point. I think for $50, I'd say probably 4 for $50. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3.5 stars neat. Like I said, again, just a decent whiskey. Especially, I think, when you consider the price point of $50. Hard to go wrong.
I'm gonna go with Steve and say a 4. I like IPAs. I drink them all the time, so I think I might like it a little more. But it's the joy about Scotch is everybody can have their opinion and their palates. So.
Yeah. And it's amazing how much it reacts. You know, the different ones that we run out there, man. So.
Speaking of experimental series, we should probably get that new one. Or maybe I should pick that one up. That Fire and Cane.
Fire and Cane, yeah.
Thank you.
They had there's a store that we frequent every once in a while in Rochester, Minnesota called Andy's, and they had a whiskey experience. I was able to attend it this year, and it was a really good event to go to. And anytime you can go to an event like that, you can sample different ones. And so they did have that one. We'll definitely end up picking that up, so we'll do a review on it. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It was different from what we thought it was going to be.
I have a couple of Glenmorangies in the cabinet that we'll be doing reviews upon too. So, looking forward to those.
And we got some Arbalours too.
Yeah.
We got a couple of those.
And if I look around here, I might find a bottle or two of something else we could try.
Yeah, I think we might be able to find something behind
Yeah.
it.
We'll get some of the American whiskeys too, just so. It's
The water definitely tones down the finish on the back of the tongue.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It still has you can still taste the cinnamon and the hops.
But yeah, it does definitely tone it down. You know,
Almost
that-
definitely. I'm definitely neat on this one, so no water added, I think.
Yep, pretty good. I
Yeah.
actually prefer it a little bit with the water. I'm gonna go
I'm gonna-
3.75 wet. Yeah.
And I'll go with Brett. I like the water, you know, that it makes it a little more, I think, drinkable for over a period of time. So
Yeah.
instead of just having, you know, some you like just having one or two of, and this might be sitting for a little while.
Yeah.
And that, I think it'd be good for, especially like after a meal, sitting around and talking, and but also
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with Steve and go that 3.75 and Brett, so.
This one might be really good on an ice ball. We might have to try that at some point.
You got cubes, huh? They should fit in there. I can try it. High
Yeah.
tech.
High-tech helmet.
Yep. So, again, this is
It's like old minute of honor here.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get a cubit to fit through the
It's gonna
neck of the
fit.
Glencairn. Yep,
Yep.
yep, I found a little one that fits.
Should fit.
Got one here.
We'll let that root sit for a minute or two.
Thank you. Give this a shot, huh? Still has that citrusy smell to it. I think it might be a little stronger. I don't know. What do you guys think? That citrusy?
It opens it up.
Yeah.
You can scent it.
Yeah. You can definitely taste the hops
Yeah, it does.
from the IPA with the ice in there. Let this sit a little longer.
Yep.
It's got that bitter citrusy note to it, like an IPA should be.
Yep.
I like what the cold does to it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that too.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't tame down to finish like pure water does,
Yep.
but yeah, it does bring out some of the flavor.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yep, I do too.
So I think this one I'm going to prefer with ice.
Yep.
I will agree.
If you are getting into scotch drinking, doesn't hurt to keep a little notebook of the ones to try. I've got one. working on filling the book up. Right now, I think I've probably got about 40 entries in there, but it's a lifelong process.
And,
that's-
and among other.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is if
Brands.
anybody else knows of any ones you think we should try, put it in the common areas. We'll do our best to track them down and try them and that, so, I mean, that's what we're here for, is to make sure that everybody gets a chance to see what it's like and that, because again, there's some out there that we have found that look really good, but when you know, for the price, they're not. So hopefully you don't have to make mistakes.